It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Stella. But I am not drinking tonight. I have my good old high C orange from Five Guys because I forgot it's the weekend for taxes and I got a million tax returns to do. So it's side hustle time. The side hustle will be over after this weekend. So I'm not drinking because after I finish this live, I'm going to be working on tax returns. And that's what I'm going to be doing all weekend. But everybody got a side hustle, right? So no old Stella tonight. It's some good old juice. No vodka, no nothing. Just some juice. But what y'all sipping on? Do you all have some Stella Rose? I do have my trusty bottle to the side, but I'm not drinking it tonight. But okay, this is going to be, I don't want to say quick, but it's going to be a little bit speedy, just a little bit, because like I said, I do have a million tax returns to do. It's a part of the job. But hey, everybody. Hey, Eric, Carly, Miguel, Dabu. I see all of y'all in the chat. How y'all doing? Let's just get started right on it. I'm going to start with the easiest show. X is on the beach. Let's go ahead and review that real quick and get that out the way. Let's give it 2 minutes because it only got 2 minutes of my attention. Number one, Davon wasn't present, and I'm only watching for Davon, and I'm curious about the lady who had the affair with the pastor. I just want to see if the pastor roll up out the ocean. That's messy. I know it's messy, but I'm only watching to see if the pastor roll up out that ocean or something. X on the beach is trying my nerves, and I usually give it a good 3-4 episodes before I just quit watching it all the way. Mama Day has some good advice this week. Why do we call her Mama Day again? And she is so young. And when I think about when she was on Big Brother, they were calling her Mama Day, and she had to be like in her 20s. Strange. Dabu, I'm so mad. Put a pause on X on the beach. The challenge CBS. I'm so mad at Twitter with this upcoming CBS challenge. They aren't really posting spoilers, but the big accounts are posting subliminals where they might as well be posting spoilers because the subliminals that they're putting out there is ruining it. Like I'm not going to say anything to you all because if y'all aren't on Twitter, I don't want you to be spoiled. But if you follow the challenge on Twitter the way I do, I pretty much know the outcome of this unless everybody on Twitter is trolling us. But yes, Dabu, I've heard of the trends. I see what's going on. I'm not too happy about it, but you know we're going to watch anyway. I might be entertained even though I'm not happy about the trend that's going on. Yeah, I know she's a mom. But she was a young mom. So, but anyway, X on the beach. Why is the girl K-Ro gone? I really liked her. She is beautiful. She was just gorgeous to look at. I loved her fashions. I loved her hair. Hey, Zuda. Why did K-Ro get kicked off? They said violence, but then in the confessional, she was like, I threw a drink at him. Did you throw a drink and throw hands? Because I don't think throwing drinks gets you kicked off of reality TV shows. Like throwing a drink is damn near a requirement. Like you got to know how to throw a drink to be on the show. So once K-Ro is off, Davon doesn't really have a love interest there. Her love interest, Jamar. I felt like that was a little fly-by-night romance anyway. The girl, Ming Lee, whatever her name is. That's Kamora Lee Simmons' daughter name. Min Lee, whatever that child name is. She's aggravating. I don't like her, and I can tell that she's acting. Like, she's putting on for the cameras. Her drama is not authentic. So I don't like her. I don't like the Jamar fellow. The new girl, Danny, that washed up ashore. I mean, I'm happy you a genius and everything, and you cute or whatever. But she can go back in the ocean. I ain't really interested in what she got to talk about. Um, and that was X on the beach. It wasn't really no drama that popped off. Old boy Mike banged on the table and was like, "Yeah, try me." And I'm like, "Please, please, 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 let's." So that's X on the beach. Y'all got any comments? Oh, she was throwing cups. Throwing a cup get you eliminated? Was it glass? I'm aggravated because the only people I cared about on the show was Davon and that little Love Island couple. And half of Love Island is gone. Hey, Charles. She popped off the first night and they warned her. I don't get it. I thought that's what they wanted was a good drink throw a cup across the room, drama. They didn't even air it. She had to throw hands. She had to throw hands because I don't see them just kicking you off because you threw a cup or a drink. I don't know. But that's it for X on the Beach. Do you all have any other questions or concerns for that show? Because I can probably guarantee you all, once Davon exits the show, Angie exits the show. I'm not going to watch it. I don't really care about anybody else on the show. I hope she has another ex. I would like to meet the baby daddy, the guy she was in a long-term relationship, the only guy she ever slept with. I would like to meet him. What's his story? But moving on, let's get into Survivor. It's Survivor time. It's finally the merge. They did that lame ass hourglass twist. Thoughts on everything that happened today if you didn't go over it already. You talking about Survivor, Zuda? What happened today? I need that lady's ex-husband in the past. Right, you right. Lord, I'm gonna mess your name up, but you know who you are. That's who I want to see. The lady, because she's gorgeous too. I want the ex-husband and the pastor to be on the show, and I might be interested again. But that's about it. That's about it. There was some major drama on Twitter today. I missed it. See, I was in the office today, so I was behaving myself. I wasn't scrolling. Stop telling on yourself, Angie. But I was in the office. It was the last day of hard close, and so I was really working. So I wasn't on Twitter today. So, Zuda, I get to typing. Fill me in on the tea. We could talk about it. It was between yesterday and today. But Josh can throw shit and not get. We ain't gonna talk about Josh. Yes, bring on the pastor. Then she dragged Ika as well. I'm missing the tea. I know Charles Drag Race come on in 15 minutes, but you know I got my DVR and I'm on miss about the first 20 minutes so I could fast forward. But okay. And to Zuda types in all the drama that I missed from Twitter. Let's get into Survivor 42. The merge happened. Survivor 42 was kind of boring last night for me as well because they started talking about people, family life. Romeo had a segment, somebody else. And I think I took a cute little 15-minute nap in the middle of the 2-hour episode because I was highly bored. It was very boring. I do want to ask you all questions and get your opinions, and of course I'm going to give mine. I'm very surprised Marianne is not at home. I don't understand why the vote went from Tori, who of course was immune, to Jonathan, to Marianne, and then finally on Lydia. Lydia, who was probably the weakest person. She has no advantages, no idols. That's the person you want to vote off when you could have easily got rid of Marianne. I don't know. Let's get into it. Now, hold on. Oh, Carly says this was the best episode ever. Carly, it was a slow burn. It was a slow burn. Like the first half of the merge was slow, very slow. And I told you I took a quick little 15-minute nap. But after the hourglass smash and we saw the scrambles and the strategy, my interest was piqued. Oh, the best episode this season. I agree with you, Carly. Okay, hold on. Zoot, I have the tea. I'm flipping back and forth. I do that in real life. I know it's not real professional on the live, but y'all know me by now. Zoot, I got the tea. Let's read this real quick. They said that Jamar touched a woman while on the show and they were going back and forth and it got crazy. Almost everyone on X on the Beach cast got into it as well. Okay, who is Ika? Are we talking about Ika from Big Brother? Because I don't know Ika. Is Ika on the show and I just don't know her name? Ika came out of nowhere saying Jamar wouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Then said Day is really doing all of this for the show. Bad acting and 15 minutes of fame. Now, I'm going to say this about Davon before I read Jamar. If Davon want to be on TV so bad, she could have just went back to the challenge. Like, to me, X on the Beach is beneath Davon. She doesn't give me that kind of reality star that's on a beach, kissing, making out, fake drama. Like, she could have just went back to the challenge if she just wanted to be on TV. But, so Jamar was touching people in a sexual way, or was he fighting? No, it has to be. He touched a woman while on the show, and then they were going back and forth. So I guess he touched somebody, and then the cast was arguing if he touched her or not. Well, who did he touch? Somebody on production? Is this going to play out in the season, or is this just some Twitter nonsense? Because if it's not going to play out on the season, I really don't care. And which one is Jamar? Jamar is Dave's boyfriend or Love Island? See, I'm not even that invested because I don't recall. I think Jamar is Davon's ex-boyfriend, but that seemed fake relationship. I don't want to say it wasn't real because they didn't have sex, but I mean, shut up, Angie. Let's move on. But that's some interesting tea, Zuda. I gotta get on Twitter. I heard about the tweets, but I didn't know what she was talking about. I gotta get on Twitter because I follow Davon. I ain't seen nothing about it. Who is Ika? Then Dave replied to Ika saying, I know you're not talking when you were a fan on an app made you go into witness protection. Huh? I mean, personally, I didn't really read into it, but I saw Ika's bit on Instagram. Are we talking about Ika Wong from Big Brother? Because that's the only Ika I know. Why are Ika and Davon beefing? What does Ika have to do with X on the Beach? I'm new to the show. Is she the host of the show? I'm confused. Okay, yeah, that's the right Ika. Hey, Davion. Okay. So Jamar touched somebody. Ika, the host of the show, came out to address it. The whole cast got to arguing. And then Davon checked Ika on Twitter. That's the tea. I don't have time to open up Twitter. The review gonna be too long, and y'all know I got taxes to do. We gonna get into that. Let's put that on hold for next week. I'm gonna research, and then next Friday, or maybe one day during the week in my let's break. I haven't took a break all week because it's closed and I've been swamped. But we're gonna revisit that after I get to researching the tea on Twitter. Let's go back to the challenge. You were spoiled. The entire boot order, Miguel. I don't like to be spoiled. Charles, you said Ika Wong is ignoring as F. If anyone is desperate, For 15 minutes, it's her. She's always in a Twitter fight. I guess I got to research this because I thought Ika Wong was the queen of BB Can, kind of like how Davon is the queen of Big Brother US for the black people. I ain't going to say for everybody, but the black people love Davon. So it's interesting that they're beefing, especially over some shit that we should be dragging Jamar for. He out here touching people. It's 2022. Keep your hands to yourself without consent. I don't understand how many people got to be dragged into the Me Too movement for people to understand to keep your hands to yourself. Just because you like what you see don't mean you got to touch. But anyway, thank you, Zuda. I appreciate the tea. Oh, Ko-Key. It's Ko-Key, not Ko-Key. I got it. They claim Jamar hit one of the other. Ooh, hit on the cast, but then the woman came out and said no, she slapped him and he just grabbed her wrist. This story is twisting and turning. Twitter is better than the show. Twitter is better than the show. Now, I believe if he would have slapped a woman or hit a woman, then I'm not lying for you. Not for no reality TV show. So I believe her if she said she slapped him and he grabbed the wrist. That's probably what happened. But how did we get it twisted? Did Davon see it? Is that an ex? And the ex don't want to put no charges on him? I don't know. But I'm interested in hearing. They've been beefing for months since BB22. I don't know. Because I don't follow Ika at all. And I might have just recently started following Davon. And I think I only follow her on Instagram, not Twitter. So. Okay. Any more tea about X on the beach? Because I forgot where I left off on Survivor. And I really do got a ton of taxes to do. I got to be fast. But I enjoy the tea. Enjoy it. Okay, so Survivor 42. Let's just fast forward and get to the Hourglass Smash. So the team that actually won their merge feast is Jonathan's team. What team challenge has Jonathan lost? So of course his team won. I believe, I ain't take no notes. It was Jonathan, Lindsay, Lydia. Do you all think Roxroy voted for Lindsay because he forgot about Lydia and he got a switch? I don't know. But anyway, who else was over there eating? Tori, Hi, and Lydia. So they won the actual challenge. They sent Roxroy over to Exile Island to get the Hourglass Smash. Boy, we knew from last season he was going to smash this, right? Right. From last season, we knew he was going to smash this. I don't care how much you tell somebody they eating Applebee's. Applebee's is not that enticing. Like the normal merge feast food seemed more appetizing than Applebee's. I've never been at Applebee's, girl. That was my first restaurant job in college. I used to wait tables in college. And Applebee's was the first restaurant I worked at. And I didn't even like Applebee's then when the food was free. But anyway, they got Applebee's. They said it's going to be a game-changing advantage. Not an idol, but a game-changing advantage on Exile Island. And you can switch. When you're that deprived of food, are you switching for a game-changing advantage or are you eating? Even though it's just Applebee's. I would be mad if it was Apple. I don't like Applebee's fries. I don't like onion rings. I didn't like anything Jeff named on that menu. And I'm a picky eater to the point where if I don't like it, I'm not eating it. I'm that picky. So I probably would have still been hungry. I don't like all that mess on my burger. Just give me a burger and some ketchup and a mustard. That's it. So I wouldn't have been all oohed and odd over Applebee's, but that's just me. Tori was pissed when We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, Applebee's ain't nothing. Applebee's, the French fries taste like they was warmed up in the microwave. Yes. I don't know why they didn't think of changing the decision. It would have been better had they been safe regardless. Yeah. And what tripped me out is Tori, who knows Roxroy is her enemy. Roxroy does not want to work with you. Why would she send Roxroy to get the game-changing advantage? Why didn't Tori go get it? If anything, I'm not sending the person that hates me to go get an advantage. But maybe they weren't thinking. Now, I'm thinking that, Koki, it has to be enticing when you're starving. I would have ate a couple of fries if I was starving. And I would have definitely drank some of them drinks. And I just would have took my burger off the bun. And they would have been looking at me like I was crazy out there on the island. Why can't the cast... Are you saying why can't the cast like Tori? I don't know. I like Tori. I've liked her from the beginning. I don't think Tori is the troublemaker. I think she's more vocal about the trouble. And she has put her foot in it a couple of times. But a lot of the things that set it off on the Blue Tribe was really fucking Drea trying to do an all-girls alliance. And then it was Swati who wanted to get out Drea. And somehow Tori just got caught up in other people's drama as the bad guy. I don't know why Tori isn't likable. I like her. Yeah, they was describing Applebee's like they were going to Five Guys or something. I would have been real excited. You see, I got my Five Guys tonight. I would have been real excited for some Five Guys. Or when they used to have Outback Steakhouse come out there. Or they could have had a little bit of Cheesecake Factory, but I guess Cheesecake Factory menu too big. But Miguel said he's starving too. Do likable Tori even exit at this point? I think Tori is gonna make it far. I agree, Dabu. That comment was from a while ago, but yes. Put Davon on the challenge and leave these fake ass ex on the beach. That's where people go when they trying to audition for the challenge. But let me stay on Survivor before I get sidetracked. Tori annoyed you. I don't know why you took the safety. Yes. She's like, we sent you there as a gift. Kind of like we sent you to exile. You sent me to go have to make a brand new shelter, feed for myself, be in solitary for 2 days, and you think that's a gift? I wouldn't want to go over there neither because I don't like to be by myself. I like to talk too much. I damn near don't want to be on Survivor as it is, but then you want me out in the wilderness by myself? That's a no, ma'am. That's a no, ma'am. But Tori was tripping. She should have went over there for the advantage. I would never send my enemy anywhere for an advantage. And even though Roxroy may not be your enemy, Tori, you are his. He can't wait to vote you out. That's the only reason he smashed that thing, is so he can be like, okay, Tori not safe, she can go home. But I am happy Tori won the little immunity challenge. So now the vote is interesting. First, Jonathan tore all that food up. I was amazed at how much he ate in the edit. So imagine how much he really ate while they were out there. Let's talk about this alliance, and then let's talk about how they came up with voting off Lindsay, because I feel like Lindsay was the wrong vote for the beginning of the merge. So, some kind of way, Mike and Jonathan are best friends. They like each other. Mike says, I got High and Lydia. Jonathan says, I got Marianne Omar and Lindsay. He didn't say Marianne. I think they can't stand Marianne. I wonder how long before Marianne gets on the whole merge tribe's last nerve. This was the perfect time to get her out. But we're going to get to that. So then Jonathan and them bring in Drea, who then brings in Roxroy. And I can't remember if Romeo is in it. Is Marianne in it? At the end of the day, it's 8. 8 of them in a 8-person alliance out of 12. You really need 8 people to get out the 4 weakest people on the tribe, which is what? They can't stand Chanel. Chanel, girl. Chanel. The first time you are able to be voted out, you will be gone. You should just go ahead to tribal council and give Jeff your torch and say, I ain't even want to hear all the nonsense. Let's go. Or I guess you got to roll your shot in the dark. Girl, you better get to rolling it next week. And production, give her the safety. For the hell of it, just give her the safety, because I'm tired of everybody rolling their shot in the dark and they not safe. It's boring. What you gonna tell me about Marianne? You're not gonna say nothing I'm not thinking. Marianne gets on my nerve through the TV. I can't imagine being on the same beach as her. She works my nerve hard through the TV. I do like how each tribe has somebody expendable. Tori, Marianne, Chanel. Her name is Chanel. Yeah. But is Marianne with the 8 or is she out? I can't remember. It's everybody but Marianne, Chanel, Tori. Well, we missing somebody, because it's supposed to be 4 people out. After we get these next 2 people out, the 8 people have to turn on you. And I think it's dumb that they're letting Jonathan, let's just get to the point. It's dumb that they're letting Jonathan get this far into the game. As soon as Tori had that necklace around her neck, I'm with Romeo and High and everybody else. It's time for Jonathan to go. I mean, the alliance was cute. You know, it was a cute idea and all when he was safe. But now that he can go, it's time for Jonathan to go. Because I guarantee y'all little alliance gonna work y'all way down to the final 8, final 9, and then Jonathan ass gonna win out. And then y'all gonna be sitting up here like, why the hell we in the alliance with Jonathan? And High, who was looking at you like after Jonathan, then it's you? High talking about Jonathan is my meat shield. Where's your meat, sir? No one is looking at you as a threat. I already said after Jonathan is Drea, then Mike. And maybe Omar before you, High. So Marianne is useful in a challenge where I didn't see Marianne working on any puzzles. Or was she working on a puzzle and that's when I took my little 15-minute nap? I don't recall. I don't care what Marianne is. It's individual game now. This little hourglass team was cute for the moment. Marianne has to go. Marianne has to go. I mean, if we're picking off the weakest, okay, she worked on the puzzle, Stormy, thank you. And I took a little 15-minute nap during the episode because it was a little bit long. It could have still been an hour, Jeff. It could have still been an hour. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like I don't see no muscles or y'all know what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to be X-rated. Yeah, Romeo isn't in the 8-person alliance either, which he did all that work to save Drea, Roxroy, get Swati out just for him to be out. Drea ain't shit. I like Drea. I want Drea to win the game. Drea is who I want to win the game. So, my point. Jonathan should have been gone. So, at some point, I want to say I was just about to mention Omar because I believe, was it Lindsay? Somebody started it before Omar and was like, let's save Jonathan. They didn't want to vote out Jonathan. And they said, let's switch it to Marianne, which I was on board. I was like, ooh, Marianne is about to go home. Marianne is about to be out. So after it went Marianne, the scrambling was crazy. It went Marianne. Then, bam, here come Omar like, why are we getting rid of Marianne? Why not just do Lydia? And what I don't understand is Omar can't even vote. And that's why he pissed off at Chanel. Chanel, why you ain't even warned the man? Like, look, I risked my vote, so you ain't got to vote neither. Just a heads up. Like, you could at least gave him a warning, a heads up, Chanel. But that's why you going home next. Anyway. Why didn't Drea pipe up? This is the perfect time to get out Lindsay or High. Drea, you already sharing this little three-way advantage with them. I would have said, well, why get out Lindsay? She weak. Let's get out High. And that way, now you're at least down to only needing Lindsay to go home, and then you got two idols. Why didn't they stick to Marianne? Why didn't anyone outside of the Orange Tribe see, why are we keeping the Orange Tribe strong? Because when it's time to get down to the last 8, the Orange Tribe gonna be like this. They gonna still all be sitting there. I wouldn't have got rid of Lydia. I would have either got rid of High or Lindsay if I was Drea. I would have been working on getting that amulet thing cut down. We don't need no 3 people sharing because y'all not gonna share it correctly anyway. Or Marianne, who has an idol and some other kind of advantage. I think she has an extra vote. You could have easily swooped. There go one idol out the game. I just didn't understand Lindsay. What do y'all think about this Lindsay vote? I really felt like it should have been Jonathan, Marianne, somebody from that orange team needed to go. Because we just going to keep Jonathan strong. I understand Omar didn't want to lose a number and he didn't want to lose Marianne's advantages. I agree. So, but that's Omar. Omar can't even vote. So I understand his point of view. I would have been like, no, Jonathan can go. Or no, even if we're not going to do an orange team person, I would have picked High over Lydia because High has something and Drea knows that. And that way, y'all could beat Lydia. It's like y'all, this ain't like the season where people gonna be like, if I can't beat the strongest person here, I don't even want to beat them then. I don't even want to win. It seemed like that kind of season where we not dragging the weakest person to the end. We about to vote the weak people off and then let the strong duke it out. I don't know. I just felt like Lydia was a waste. And this is why I hate that hourglass, because Lydia fought for that merge feast, to be a part of the merge, and then somebody who didn't even have to participate can go smash an hourglass. Now, what would make it better is everybody has to participate. Say we're gonna do the hourglass again. Let me take that down. Next season, everyone has to participate. And then the winning team, they say to the winning team, look, we're going to have Applebee's or whatever restaurant we're going to have. Y'all 6 can eat. Or one of you all can go to exile and get a game-changing decision. But if you choose to all eat, you got to send one of the losing team over to get the game-changing decision. That way, at least the person who making the game-changing decision participated. And that's really going to make people battle with power over food. Because if you in power and it ain't in your mind that they about to flip the whole game around, you want to eat. It's no battle over power versus food because whatever. But if you know, I'm going to send somebody that lost to get an advantage, and I think that would be a better test, but And then it forces them to pick out of the 6 and not one of the 2. It forces them to pick somebody. I believe if I ever have a second life, I want to be a reality show producer. I feel like I'll be having good ideas. I don't know. Let's see what y'all saying. Is Drea the hidden winner of the season? As of right now, my opinion can change. Drea is who I want to win. Drea is playing the best game. I don't understand why she didn't bring Romeo into the 8. I would not let Romeo be vulnerable for going home. But Drea is my winner pick as of right now. But if I really like Jonathan. Like, if Jonathan can some kind of way make it to the end, he deserves to win. I like him. I don't get why they did Lydia when Jonathan was the clearly likable player and the meat shield. It just felt stupid for me. I don't even understand why the people on Jonathan's team want him to stay. You see how strong he is. You have worked with him. You know how strong he is and how he can beast through some of these challenges. I think they feel like they can cut Jonathan anytime, maybe later in the game. They feel like they can cut him because they do like that he fishes. He goes off, he fishes, and he catches food. He was out there flipping boulders, grabbing crabs. I like Jonathan, but he was the clear vote for me. Jonathan is a shield for them because he'll always be a bigger threat and a provider. They'll keep him for that, like Big Brother, and then clip him closer to the end. The danger in this is in Big Brother, when you get close to the end, it's easier to clip people because those are carnival games and anybody can win. In Survivor, as you get closer to the end, a lot of those challenges require strength, endurance, just physical. And Jonathan doesn't seem to be dumb. He can probably do some mental stuff too. I don't know. I ain't seen the man do no puzzle or nothing, but he seems intelligent to me. So I'm just saying, you'll take that risk, and then he gonna end up with the idol around his neck all the way to the end of the game, like one of the people on my overrated list. But we're gonna get to that list quickly because I can feel myself getting ready to start talking too much. Zuda is annoyed. Not related to this episode. I was shocked that Survivor was that lazy to do the exact same challenge with the exact same twist as last season. Well, see, my memory ain't that good, Zuda, so I didn't realize. I knew it was the same twist. All they did was add Applebee's. That was it. So I knew it was the same twist. I'm hoping now that people are at home watching the show and they know what that hourglass is at the merge, that we'll no longer see it. Because once people know what it is, they're going to be like, well, we ain't sending nobody over there to smash the hourglass. And then the winning team just going to go. But they probably just going to do away with that hourglass. So that would be an epic... That would be epic on the strategic and social aspect of the game. Hey, Andrew. But the thing is, when does that end? Because he can win outright. I agree. I think holding on to Jonathan for too long is going to bite them. Is Jonathan a better Ozzy, or just like Ozzy, Cook Island game where he is likable but not strategic? I haven't seen Jonathan really make a strategic move. But when we think about the Orange Tribe, they really haven't had to. Like, Jackson got booted out the game because he didn't disclose all of his medicines. Or y'all know what it is. A little bit more than that. And then, so that didn't count. And then the one tribal council they did go to, it was between their weakest player and their most annoying player, and they chose the weakest. I wish they would have got rid of Marianne, but anyway. So he hasn't really had to show that he's had any strategy. I mean, the fact that, do we give him credit for clearly being one of the best individual survivors physically that we've seen in a really long time? Do we give him credit for being that kind of player and still wrangling all the people? Like, everybody came to him and wanted to work with him, where we at home is like, he's the first boot, right? But he's that likable where people don't even see that they're making a mistake. Right, Zuda. They need to make an episode 0. It ain't even got to be an episode. Put that shit up on YouTube. Put that shit up on Who Y'all Give It To People, E-News, whoever releases y'all stuff. Give them that little 30-minute video. I'm over the flashbacks and therapy sessions. That's not. I don't want to call what Romeo and I did therapy session. I don't mind a little bit of true life in the episode where I can maybe learn something or be more aware of someone's situation that I'm normally not aware of, but we don't need it every episode. That's probably where I fell asleep. It was way too many flashbacks. Jonathan is making a lot of good connections. Yes, like Drea and Mike. I feel like he'll always be a target, but potentially some strong allies. Drea will be the first one to drop the, okay, it's time for Jonathan to go. That's Drea's job, to remind them, hey, y'all know Jonathan has to go. I still don't understand why not this week, but let's see. The homework for next week should be the top 10 guys or girls on Survivor who should be on the challenge. That's an easy one. We can do that. It probably won't be next week because next week we have to finish our overrated, underrated for Big Brother. No. Where do we start? We started with the challenge. This week is Survivor. So next week is Big Brother. And then we will do your idea. Let me write it down because your girl will forget. Top 10 Survivor for the challenge. Are we talking about the challenge CBS or the main stage on MTV? I don't know. Or Survivor players that are underrated that should be on the challenge. Okay. Off topic again. What I get what people mean when they say they hate this new Survivor being woke and so excited for Tribal, but when it's literally 5 questions, then a huge therapy session. That's probably where I hit fast forward. Because Tribal Council was extremely boring. Extremely boring. Did Drea and Marianne get into it at Tribal Council where Drea was like, just forget it. I don't even want to get into it. Just drop it. I'm telling you, Marianne gonna get cussed out. See, Drea look like she a little bit of me. She ain't got time for all that foolishness 24/7. It would have ruined my whole vibe for that episode. I've noticed pretty much every Tribal ends with some type of therapy session. It's annoying at this point and unneeded. Yes, they can do it. Excuse me. Can Tribal Council be about the game? I don't need a therapy session. And let me be a little bit unpolitically correct for a second. Just a quick second, then I'm going to jump back on board because I don't be trying to disrespect nobody. But each therapy session is about the same shit. It ain't no new issues coming up. It's usually a non-Black person saying something offensive, like the do-rag comment or the whole Black Lives Matter. It's hard for me to vote off another Black. We usually have the same conversations. They're usually about race or they're about somewhere on the LGBT and the rest of the letters. No disrespect. Is now we kind of got off of I'm the first gay person, now I'm the first trans person. Like, it's now we're either addressing one of the two issues. Are there not any other life lessons? Anyway, Marianne shouldn't be allowed to answer any more questions. It's like they know that. See, this is what makes TV so bad, because they think people are laughing with Marianne, but most people are laughing at Marianne, or they're extremely annoyed. So it's like they're playing into this role, but it's like, okay, that's enough. Right. Why does Jeff have to ask Marianne all the questions? I liked how, because Drea was getting ready to cuss her out. And Marianne's like, no, we didn't work through it. We got to talk. No, y'all can go talk at Tribal if you don't get voted out. Right. Yeah, Drea, she was like, so we saying the same thing. And Drea was like, no, we ain't saying the same thing. And I got what Drea was saying. They were not saying the same thing. But that's Survivor, you all. We got to get to, well, let me finish answering the questions, the chats, and then we're going to get to our top 10 or top 5 overrated, underrated Survivor players. And I left my notes downstairs, so I'm going to do the best that I can. Right, they keep overshowing Marianne and Jonathan. I agree. And they don't even like each other. She almost got her foot chopped off last week by Jonathan. So, okay. Let's get into our top 5s. This is going to be quick because, like I said, I left my notes downstairs. Let's do underrated first and then overrated. Now, this first person I'm going to show is just, I forgot she was even a part of the franchise. Do y'all remember Taj from SWV? That was my group in high school. I love me some SWV. And I love Taj. I love the whole group. I did not know she was ever on Survivor. I was just Googling today, getting my pictures, and I was like, what? And then they said she made it to the final 4, and I was like, how did I forget that? I have to go back and watch that season, but I don't know if she's overrated or underrated. I would say she's extremely underrated because, oh my God, I didn't even remember her being a part of the franchise and especially making it so far in the game. But y'all, I'm telling my business, but I take these vitamins every day called focus vitamins that's supposed to help keep you focused and, improve your memory and stuff. Because my ass be forgetting. And when you get over 40, you just start forgetting. So I have to take my focus pills to kind of keep my brain strong. You saw a clip on YouTube. Remind me the season, Marlon. I'm going to go back and watch it. You remember. Taj is underrated, but she's not. She's extremely underrated for me to forget. Yes, amazing. That's a good one, Andrew. You giving me ideas. What are some good challenge eliminations? I'm happy I keep paper and pen over here. Oh, I'm ready, Dabu. You saw my tweet. I said me and my knee brace are ready for Rachel on Monday because I think it comes around 12:30. So that's when I'm gonna take my lunch break and I'm gonna put YouTube up on my big TV up here. And I'm gonna do a quick little 30-minute workout or maybe 10. I don't know how long I can hang. But if you all do the workout too, let me know. Let's tweet about it so we can see what we doing. Amanda, oh, y'all getting into the list. Okay, let's get into the list. Taj was a great player. SWV had all the bobs. Yes. Okay, Carly, we'll see you next week, girl. I need to be getting up out of here too. Lord have mercy. We said underrated first because I feel like my shady people are up first. Um, underrated, 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 underrated. Let's start with my girl Tasha. I feel like Tasha is extremely underrated. One, because we don't even really talk about her anymore. I left my notes with what season and stuff she was on. But she was a really good strategic player. She just got voted out closer to the end. Token cheese. Yes. Okay. That's on the Paramount Plus. We're going to watch that. I'm about to write that down too. We're going to do a rewatch of Taj's season so I can critique her with this brain. Now, underrated. Next, David Wright. He was extremely strategic and entertaining his season. They had some of the best blindsides, voting block flips. He was just such a great player. And I don't feel like we talk about him enough. I would love to see him. Oh, wait. I would love to see him play again. If he could come back, if they do like an All-Stars or something like that, I would love to see him play again. Yes, love David. Tasha did very well. Tasha is amazing. She was one of my picks that I wanted to go over to the CBS Challenge. Is she over there? I done forgot who was on there. Tasha is strong, but I think she fumbled on Cambodia letting. Yeah, she did. That was Jeremy's season, though. It was just in the atmosphere for him that season. That was a really good season. I love David, yes. I'm an old school survivor. I think I started watching season 2. I might have missed a few in the middle. Tasha was great on her first season and the first half of the second season, but then she sort of fizzled out at the end. Nobody liked her, and she happily went to the end with Jeremy, who won easily. Yeah. Yes. Tasha is on. Okay, I knew it because she was on our Dreamcast list, and our Dreamcast was damn near true. I'm about to get to you, Zuda. Chrissy is next on my list. Chrissy is extremely underrated because to me, she was the winner that season. She had all the strategy. It was just that damn Ben who kept winning. They could never get him out, ever. And so she was the one coming up with, okay, not him. Now it's got to be you. I really like Chrissy. She was winning them damn challenges too. I really liked her, and she's extremely underrated to me. I would love to see her play again too. She was the one that said it's hard for you all to vote women as a winner because if we're too hardcore, we're a bitch. But in men, they can do it. I remember. Yeah, up into the end of Cambodia. Yep. Who else? See, I forgot who I want to shade. And okay, let me see. That's shade. That's shade. That's shade. That shade, that shade. So this person has to be underrated. And I think that's 5. Who was the last underrated person? Maybe they didn't upload. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know this is 3 people, but underrated for me is Dominic. We all know Wendell was the winner. We all know, I want to say her name is Lauren or Laura. She was the one who had to split the tie, and she voted for Wendell. But I easily thought, okay, that season, it could have went either way. Either way. But I always felt like Dominic he was more strategic, but I think the way he spoke to people didn't come off as well as Wendell. So Wendell kind of got the credit because he was the one who was bringing the ideas to the people because Wendell was more social. So Laurel, I have her name all wrong. I said Lauren and Laurel. Laura, but it's Laurel. Okay. So yes, she was the one. So I really thought Dominic was underrated. But let's get to the shady people. So, oh, that's what it was. Get me in check, Koki. Yes, he didn't keep winning. He kept finding all them damn idols. And why do we have to have? It was kind of like production put it there, like here you go. And that's another reason. Like, thank you for your service, Ben. I work for the military, so I understand. But I felt like he had the story of the season. Like he's this vet that served his country. I think something was wrong with his hearing, and he had like Lord, get the letters right. PTSD. PTSD. And so he had like the huge story of the season, and it kind of felt like they wanted him to be in the end so he can get the win. But I ain't like Ben either. Did I put his picture up? Because he definitely on the overrated list since we talking about him. Ben is on the overrated list. I didn't think just because you can go out in the wilderness and find all the idols, that's not a reason to be the sole survivor to me. And I felt like they didn't want to give it to Chrissy because some people didn't like her. But, oh well. Let's go on down the shady list. Up next is going to be Rupert. Everyone loves Rupert. He was the face of Survivor, old school Survivor. But we've all seen that old school Survivor game doesn't work. No. And you couldn't even win on old school Survivor. I think Rupert is a very likable player, but good player. I don't know. People liked him because he was out there making shelters, getting all the fish and stuff. So people liked him. Okay. Also, oh yeah, Michelle. Oh, very much overrated. Michelle is so overrated, I forget that she won. She played a perfectly fine game, nothing spectacular, but it was good. It screamed bitter jury to me. Rupert was actually rude. He probably was, but he's very overrated. My top 5 are in this order. Okay, let's get into it. Andrea, Jay, Chrissy, Tyson, Michelle. Underrated or overrated? They need to put underrated. They need to put some respect on her name. And you said that shit. Okay, you said it. I ain't gonna put none on it, but you said it. Let's move on. Okay, after Rupert, this is my overrated list. I'm gonna put this girl on here. Her name's Sierra. Y'all remember Sierra? She was the one who voted out her mother. Ever since that episode aired way back then, I was like, what is the big deal? She wrote her mama's name down, knowing everyone else is writing her mother's name down, and she's going home. It's not like she led the charge. It's like, oh, my mama gotta go. And it was a split vote, and her mama went home because she voted. Everybody else put her mama name down. So why is she so hyped? Like, she got to come back on another season. I want to say it was like a Game Changers or some kind of season where they were impressed by people's moves in the game. And I was like, but what did she do? I don't know. Like, yeah, I love my mama, but mama, if everybody else on the tribe is putting your name down, the writing is on the wall. So what? If I put somebody else's name down or your name down, and I'm really gonna put your name down, because why would I want to put a vote on somebody else making nominate target? But anyway, y'all still hating Michelle. Y'all hate and love Michelle. I couldn't stand Michelle's win on 32 because all she had to do was go to, right. Obviously, when you're in the island for 39 days, 24/7, you're gonna make some friends. I just don't. I'm not a Michelle fan. I didn't even like Michelle when she came over to the challenge. I was like, girl, go on back home. Loves to see Michelle still as controversial as she was when she won 6 years ago. And that was the thing, because when she came back for Winners at War, people did give her a little pep talk like, girl, you won. You got the $1,000,000. Who cares what everybody else thinks? And I agree with that, Michelle. You won. You won. Who cares if people don't deserve it? Tell them to go check their bank account, not yours. I like that it wasn't her being the deciding vote. She literally voted for the rest of the tribe. Right. She voted with everybody else. I ain't like her. She looks like Shayna from Vanderpump Rules. That I don't know her, but that's Sierra. Nobody except right. Only Jeff was like, "Oh, you voted out your mama. We can't believe you wrote your mama name down." I'm like, really? But let's continue. Excuse me. Sandra is number 2 for my most overrated player. Now, I like Sandra. I really love Sandra because she's sassy, she's witty, and she got a little bit of spunk to her, and she ain't no slack in the challenges. She can still do her job. But I am... Now, I can't even remember the first time she won. But I am a Russell fan, and I know not everyone loves Russell. But I understand the social aspect of the game, and Russell has awful jury management, and that's part of the game is jury management. But I'm one of the people that will always say he should have won the game. Now, is he irritated? Did he do some dirty stuff? Yes, but I'm here for the bullshit too. I'm here for all of it. So I didn't feel like Sandra deserved to win that season. And sometimes I love bitter jury. Sometimes I hate them. I felt like she just won because of the bitter jury. And it is what it is. I don't think she's this huge 2-time queen. Though I heard she's over there on Australia, blood versus whatever. And she doing her thing over there in Australia. I can't wait for Paramount Plus to put Australia on the damn Paramount Plus this new season so I can watch it, because it has to be way better. Now, I know Sandra is a lot of people's favorites. I like Sandra because she's funny too. I really like Sandra. Love Sandra, but she's still overrated. Now, Andrew, are these your overrated? Wendell, Jeremy, and is that Vecepia? I don't know Vecepia. I think she's like the first black winner, if I'm right. But I love Jeremy. I'm never going to say Jeremy is overrated. Sandra ruined her legacy by coming back and losing so much. Agreed. But you really, once you win 2 times, you got to go home first. Like, how many millions we going to keep giving Sandra? Sandra is my number 1 on the overrated. Now, I got somebody else for number 1, but I can't lie. She outplayed Tony on Game Changers and almost got him taken out on Winners. So I think she's the better 2-time winner. I don't know. I like Tony too. We gonna have to debate that. We got to put that up to let's debate. Oh, and by far she didn't deserve that season either. One of Parvati or Russell deserved it. Agreed. That's what we gonna have to debate. Let me write this down. Y'all giving me ideas. We gonna debate who's better 2-time winner. Sandra or Tony. That's going to be a good debate. I don't know what week we're going to put that up, but we're going to get into that. And I think Vecepia to date is the only black woman to prevail. Is she? How many black women won Survivor? I got to figure that out too. Is she? Because sometimes we don't say that, Angie. Let's move on. Survivor. I know Australia is better. She's the black person to win any TV competition and played a great game, but yet she gets no love. Oh, Jeff hates her. Why? What'd she do to Jeff? I want to know what she did. Oh yeah, let's get on into the number one. It had to be Boston Rob's ass. Boston Rob is the number one most overrated player. His ass, it took him 4 times to win. The time that he did win, he had the dumbest cast in Survivor history, and it seems like the cast was set up to be dumb and to follow him that way. Like, I've never seen, I think that was most boring season of Survivor. Like, I never seen people that didn't have a brain cell for themselves ever in any cast. So I don't even count that as a win. And anytime he's come back after that, he's always gone. And how do you write a book on how to win Survivor when it took you 4 times and production had to give you the dumbest cast in the world? Now let's get into the Bob, whatever his name is, Boston, the Boston Reeds. I ain't mean to touch you, Tasha. Let's get back to the comments. Russell had no business winning. He made some good moves, but he was emotional and mean. Sandra and Poverty both played better than him. I don't know. I give credit to where the move come from. I don't know. I like Russell. I don't mind a mean player. We've seen people do mean things, burn people's socks, eat up all the food and blame it on other people. 5 black people have only 5 out of 42. 5 black people have one survivor. But Sepia is the only woman. Okay, so now I'm really rooting for Drea. Because Chanel, girl, you going home. You ruined your chances, girl. But I'm really voting. I keep saying voting. Rooting for Drea. We got to have 2 queens. Right. They rigged the entire season. I agree, Stormy. The entire one. Jenna Mascara. I don't know her. She's way better than Just Fraves. That's the tea. Why does Jeff not like the first and only black female winner? She must have checked his ass back in the day, because that was a long time ago. A long time ago. He probably wasn't as PC as he is now. It took him 4 seasons to win, and he won against a bunch of Ambers. Like, who had the fucking backbone to vote him out? Oh, the book was about how to win at life. Somebody else has a book. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else who wrote a book about how to win Big Brother. Somebody has one of those how to wins books out there. I thought it was Boston Rob. I thought Sandra referenced a joke like, is this in your book? I don't know. What's 5 times more than Big Brother, Charles? Oh. Okay, I get it. 5 times more than Big Brother. Oh, you did. Okay, I'm getting ready. Y'all gotta log off. I gotta watch Drag Race, and I gotta do a million tax returns. So I do have to. Hey Charles, everybody show Charles love. I think Vesepia checked his ass, and Jeff didn't like being checked, and now he has to be more politically correct. And back when she won, people could still kind of say whatever they wanted to say. I don't know, but he said she was boring. Jeff is boring. Like, did y'all see how he walked out? Oh, I know y'all hated the hourglass last season, but look, we made some changes. We got them some Applebee's this season, so they ain't gonna be too mad at the hourglass, and they ain't really seen it. So we gonna tell them this and give them some Applebee's. I'm like, Jeff, why are you this excited? Why are you overacting? Rob did write a book in Islands of the Idols. He was saying how he wrote a book on Survivor. Who arguing, Charles? Oh, okay, I'm gonna get the Drag Race. I gotta call my mama and finish her taxes tonight. She's one of the ones who's demanding that it gets done tonight, even though we got to the 18th. But let me quit telling her business on YouTube. Okay. Valencia outsmarted them and brought a notebook, as her luxury item, and she was able to take notes and win the game. Jeff don't like when people break the game. That's probably when they quit letting them bring that luxury item. Because I always wonder why didn't people bring out a deck of cards? Because I would have been out there playing spades, in the beach, in the water, and then playing some spades. That's me. But what really can you take notes on in Survivor? Like write down conversations, like have your text receipts. Like, nah, bitch said over here at the well that she was voting you out. So I wrote it down. So she did say it. Like, I don't understand what writing notes is gonna help in Survivor. Like, I understand in Big Brother because you aren't allowed to have notes on like the days and the competitions and stuff. You kind of have to remember and study from your brain. But they don't do nothing like that on Survivor. But Sepia, Earl, Jeremy, and Wendell. Oh, they're the only black one. We missed someone. They said it was 5. And I don't even know Earl, Jeremy, Wendell. That's sad. That's sad. Right. It's supposed to be 5. I don't mind if Drea wins. Not Roxroy ass, because Chanel going home. And that's all the hope we got is Drea and Roxroy. Wouldn't it be a mess if Roxroy won? I don't think he knows how to talk to people enough to get off why he should win at the final. Because he think everybody out there his children. Mm-hmm. It's just 4. That makes the number sound even sadder when you say just 4. And for the longest time, I used to go up for Survivor. Like, Survivor, they don't need a cookout. They got enough black winners. We see plenty of black people win Survivor. And then you tell me it's 4 out of 42. Maybe they might need another cookout moment or something. Maybe, oh boy, what's his name last season? And Shan could have worked it out. I don't know. Oh, Miguel, I forgot all about Marianne ass. She too annoying to win. She going home too. I can guarantee you. Tribal Council the other week when Drea was like, no, let it go. No, let it go. When Drea was getting ready to pop off on Marianne, she already working Drea nerve. She already on the orange team nerve. Marianne is going home. She's going home. Oh. Okay. See, I don't remember what it was back in the day. I missed the challenge where Survivor would give them $20 and let them bid on food and advantages. The Survivor auction. I miss that. Why they can't do that anymore? Right. When you think about it, you be like, Survivor had plenty of black winners, but no, just 4 out of 42. That ain't even 10%. That's like a 9.8. We got to do better. The Final 4 challenge was a question about voted out contestants. Vesepia knew this and brought a notebook to write down everything about everyone and easily win. Survivor never did it again. Well, it's usually us. It's usually us that can outsmart. And then somebody get mad that we found out a better way to do this thing and then want to change the rules once we done figured out a better way. I ain't mad at the girl. If it wasn't against the rules, she ain't do nothing wrong. Your fault for bringing your deck of cards and your mama picture and everything else. The auction, right? Because people start teaming up, and then people would save all their money to the end and bet it all on the advantage. So it was. They should take the advantages out and just leave it for food. It was fun watching them fight over food. Yeah. we stay outsmarting, and then people get mad and flip the game because now we done broke the game, and now you create a new game. But we just gonna break that one too. But anyway, y'all, I'm having too much fun for not having no Stella Rose. Too much fun. I gotta get off and do my mama tax returns. And I hope you all have your taxes all filed up. The deadline is Monday. Have your stuff postmarked by the 18th, and you'll be all good with the IRS. So I have my second job to do. So this will be a very busy weekend. But tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central, I will be on Charles Warren's channel. We will be discussing tonight's episode of Drag Race. And Sunday, you all know I do Kitchen Table Talk at 6 p.m. It will be on my channel this Sunday. And that's where we'll talk about reality shows and other hot topics of the week. So those are the two shows I will be doing this weekend. I hope to see you there. If not, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Thank you for the love and support. Like this video, share it, leave comments on the rewatch, or just subscribe if it's your first time. I'll see you later. Bye.